As you can see either side of me, I've got all the stuff that I'm going to be taking for my first ever 600k ride. Can you see the fear in my face? I don't know whether you saw my 400k ride of the actual Audax, but I found it really hard, and I thought, why not try and do one that's even longer and do one that's 600. So the only difference between that 400 and 600, obviously there's 200k difference, but the difference with the specific 600k that I'm doing, it's a big figure of 8 loop, and you basically, you do I think it's about 385k, and then you come back to the start point. So I guess it's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing that I can have my car there, so I've got supplies and stuff kind of for that 400k mark. Change your clothes, I'll go into what I'm taking. But equally it's going to be harder, well, it's going to make it almost like an easy bailout if I did want to do that. So there's pros and cons of that, but that's not what this video is about. It is about what I'm taking, what I'm packing, so let's just get straight into it. So first off, this is kind of like the clothes and supplies that I'm taking. That, as you can see, kind of on the left hand side, we've got shoe covers, because I think it is going to rain. Shoe covers, leg covers, a hat and a buff, because I think it is going to be a bit chilly. Obviously the bright yellow thing is my rain jacket, because I think I'm going to be wearing that first off anyway. I've not brought the kit that I'm going to be wearing, so I'm not deciding on that until the morning. Either maybe long tights or shorts, and either a thin, I'm going to layer up actually, so I'm going to wear a thin jersey and then like a thicker one on top, like a long sleeve. So this is kind of like all the accessories that I'm actually going to take. So I've got thick waterproof gloves, 2 pairs of glasses, because I need the glasses in the day and then the clear ones for at night, just because I don't like getting wind in my eyes, like I said in my last video. I've got a lock, just like a little light thin lock, and then I've got a couple of lights, but I do have a dynamo hub, so that's going to be my main source of light and power. And then I'm going to actually talk more specifically about all the spares that I'm taking, because I'm actually taking a lot more spares than I took when I did the 400. So these are the spares that I'm going to be taking. I'm actually going to be taking 2 tubes with me, because I always think you need 2 or at least 3 tubes just in case. I've got a pair of disposable gloves that I do actually reuse. That's good if your hands get cold, or equally if you need to do something with your chain and you don't want to get oily hands. 2 tie levers, I mean this is all basic stuff, a couple of zip ties. I've actually got 2 chain links, because I think if someone else ever needs one, or if it's ever so unfortunate that my chain snaps twice. Touch wood, I've never had that happen, but I have got 2 just in case. Multi-tool, paracetamol, repair kit. Right, I've also now got a rim tape, just because if it shifts, if it moves, if that's a cause, because last week I've had a real faff with my front wheel. I just kept getting a load of flats because of my rim tape, so I've got new rim tape on there, and then just an extra just in case. A spare battery for my power meter just in case. And this might seem a little bit overkill, but it's a derailleur hanger, because I was out 2 nights ago and some guy was doing coast to coast on my local climb, met him there, and his derailleur hanger snapped and he was just stuck. So he had to basically, well, it's a bit of a faff really, but I just thought, do you know what, for the sake of the weight of it, I'm just going to take that with me. And I'm actually going to take a spare tyre as well, because last that on the 400k that I did, a girl's tyre basically blew, and it was because someone actually stopped and gave her one of their spare tyres. Well, they only had one. So I'm definitely taking that, just because I want to be covered, all angles, all kind of outcomes. I want to be able to get around this 600, so got a spare tyre as well. And so because we're going back to the start, and we're hopefully going to be, well, I'm hopefully going to be able to have a couple of hours kit, I've got a sleeping bag here, which is really, really good. It's the OMM Mountain Raid 1.6, but we are going to be in a hall. It's not like we're going to be outside. So sleeping bag, I've got a small inflatable mattress in there. Well, it's not a mattress, it's just a mat. So I've got that. That's the inertia extra light, so it's really, really small. But I'm not having to carry this, so it doesn't really matter. A spare tube, just in case I have to replace one of my other ones if I get a flat on the first part of the ride. Toothbrush, because it's so nice, a bit of a luxury to be able to brush your teeth in the middle. And then a change of clothes, so I've got a whole separate kit, new socks, sports bra, buff, shorts, jersey, 'cause the weather's meant to be better on Sunday, so I've got those as well. And then a pillow just to sleep on at the hall itself. And I'm also going to be leaving a track pump in the car, just in case myself or anyone else that I'm riding with has a flat and needs to pump it up properly when we actually get back to the start about 385k in. So that's all like the clothes, accessories and bits and pieces like that I'm taking. So now let's get on to the food. On the 600, I struggled kind of trying to just get by eating Cliff Bars, sweets, like just junk food, sugary drinks. I don't think there's anything wrong with those, but for that amount of time, I felt like I needed something more, like more solid to be able to eat and kind of sit in my stomach. So I have created or made a couple of little pieces of food that I'm going to take with me, leave in the car for when I'm come back round, so that I can kind of just have a little bit of actual food then. So let me just show you what I've got to take with me. So I've got some plain baked potatoes that I'm gonna leave in the car so I can have a few when I kind of pass back through. And then also I'm gonna take a few just in my bag, just wrapped in foil, just to be able to eat something, just like a whole food basically. I've got bananas that I can take as well. I've got some pizza there that I'm just gonna wrap in foil as well, just to take on the route, put in my pocket. And then there, it doesn't look very good in that light, but I've made my own brownies. So they are like the nicest, tastiest brownies you've probably ever had, vegan and all whole food. So it's basically, just probably sound a bit gross, but it's sweet potato, black beans, dates, and what else did I put in there? Carob, which is, I can't remember everything, but I will do a recipe video if you are interested. But I'm going to take those just so I've got more real food rather than just like powdered drinks. And then lastly, one other thing that I'm taking is, might be a little bit overkill, earphones. This is not for on the road, this is literally for when we're in the hall. They're gonna be in my like pack for leaving in the car, because that's just so I can kind of sleep if people's alarms are going off, just so I can get some sleep, listen to a bit of music before I nod off. Not that I think I'm gonna need any music to be able to fall asleep after riding for that long, but you never know. So yeah, that is pretty much what I'm taking, and it is a massive learning curve. So there's things last time that I thought, oh, maybe I wouldn't take that, maybe I'd take that again. And so for me, the 600 is a learning curve. I'm just learning. It's my first 600. Luckily this one just come back, so I can leave a few bits and bobs in the car, so that's quite handy. But yeah, if there's anything else that you think I should be taking or haven't taken, well, it's going to be too late because the time the video's gone up, I'm going to be riding. So yeah, if you do have any tips though for another 600, or anyone that's watching this video looking for inspiration or ideas of what to actually take on a 600, then leave your comments below and I will see you next video.